Keir Starmer-led Labour government pushing digital IDs while branding opponents fascist, racist, immoral, and even flirting with the Hitler Youth? What could possibly go wrong? In the past 48 hours, we've had one extraordinary example after another of Labour's reckless rhetoric, and the consequences are becoming clearer by the day.
I will leave it for the public to come to their own judgments about someone who once flirted with Hitler Youth when he was younger.
David Lammy, the Deputy Prime Minister, throwing out the smear that Farage once flirted with the Hitler Youth, a line so toxic he later wrote it back, but telling in what it reveals about Labour's mindset. And if that wasn't enough, the Home Secretary, Shabana Mahmood, declaring Nigel Farage is worse than a racist.
Do you think Nigel Farage is racist?
I think that Nigel Farage is actually almost worse than that. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he's being extremely cynical. He knows that with some of the policies he's put forward, which are on indefinite leave to remain, for example, immoral and, in my view, extreme, he is sending that dog whistle to every racist in the land.
Worse than a racist. Think about that. These are senior cabinet ministers demonising their opponents in language designed to stick and to inflame and to possibly even incite.
Labour says these policies are racist and immoral, and by implication, Reform supporters, Reform voters, Reform sympathisers are racist too. Yes, if you think we should control our borders, you are, by the definition of the Prime Minister and his cabinet, all racists.
Nigel Farage had 75% of his security team cut down by the Home Office just a few weeks ago.
And this comes 2 weeks after the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk.
But that was in America.
The most high-profile political assassination in recent memory. The Prime Minister knows exactly what he is doing.
Farage's team is now forced to rely on donors to keep him safe. And if anything happens, they say, responsibility lies with Starmer and his backed-into-a-corner cronies. This is how serious this is. Farage himself is warning. This is how violence gets incited. He pointed to the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk in the US and says Starmer's words risk the same here. Once you brand people extremists, racists, and even Nazis, you make them targets. It's very dangerous, it's irresponsible, and it's seemingly deliberate. The same government that is pushing digital ID cards are the same ministers who call millions of voters racist and fascists, and they will soon control the system that decides who you are, what you can access, whether you can be trusted, and if one wrong word is enough to get you smeared. Just ask Matthew Torbett, former Labour advisor, who is banned from the Labour conference for daring to disagree.
It was only when I left to go to a reception outside of the conference area and I tried to come back in to go to a broadcaster's reception that they scanned my pass as they do when you go in, and they said, "No, sir, your pass isn't valid."
After careful consideration, we've concluded that we cannot continue your attendance whilst ensuring we meet our safeguarding obligations to all attendees.
If Labour silences its own for mild dissent, what chance do the rest of us have whilst our lives are tied to a digital identity system?